Okay, let's get this live stream going. Like, I know I'm somewhat late to the game in terms of campaign evolve, but I kind of wanted to gather my thoughts a bit before, just jumping on the bandwagon, I guess. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to like already just start trashing it or start, you know, praising it. But there's a lot of issues, and we're gonna go over that today. There's also, I don't know, a lot of solid things about it. Now, does it look good? It looks great. Does it look like Halo? No. That's kind of the problem that we're facing right now. It's If you look back, and we'll be doing a video on I'll do a playthrough on the Silent Cartographer on Halo C, actually in the MCC. The the point of Halo C wasn't just because like it's old graphics, it's a dated game, whatever. It's none of that. It's that there was a specific look to Halo C, and it was all intentional. The creators of the game wanted to make the Halo ring ancient. So when you get out there, it's foreign technology. It's not you don't even know. Like I would say, as a kid or even as an adult playing through the game for the first time, uh, back in its release, you're probably just feeling it out. Like you're listening to the dialogue, but you have no idea where you really are. Um, what's the place really looking like? Things are big, things get small, but anything that had technology, it wasn't. It looked like a ruin, like a coliseum type deal, and it was like rustic. It was supposed to like Silent Cartographer specifically. I would say it's supposed to look a little more religious because the firing of the Halo rings, and also you're getting the Silent Cartographer, and then after that you get to see the difference going underground, where things are a lot shinier. Even in Halo CE, the like we all know the reason for that is outside in the atmosphere, it's supposed to look feel look and feel a certain way. There's water, there's humidity, there's all these things that's gonna play. There's vegetation, and there's obviously maintenance underground because there would be no reason for um, there to be anything going on up top, and that's exactly the reason why we get 343 Guilty Spark on that mission. Now, the look. We need to talk about the look. Like, yeah, it looks great. Engine 5 looks amazing. The reason it doesn't look like Halo CE, and it's the same issue before when they did the anniversary edition. Now, I know it was just like a random, not random, but they tried to like just completely overhaul the whole look, even the look of the ring. Like, I remember opening the menu, and I didn't think it was the ring. That giant like blue spheres in the middle with all this like extra padding. It was pretty freaking weird. But the reason being, it's too bright. Like, even in the level of 343 where you're supposed to encounter the flood for the first time, when you turn on an anniversary graphics, you don't feel the fear that you felt with the original graphics. Now, what they should have done on that part was the only thing that works is your flashlight, and like just flood is coming at your face. And so then they could have made it much better from Halo C. And right now, I don't know if they're going to try to change things. I saw though there was a post they wanted to see from the community what's one thing you liked and what's one thing you didn't like, and I think it's on Twitter. So I think every Halo fan should respond to them. Will they listen to us? Probably not. The reason being is because we've been telling them what we wanted from the get-go. Because remember, it's Halo Studios, but it's still 343. It's just a rebranding. It's just renaming. So we're still dealing with 343. And that's an important reminder. Like, let's go back to when Halo 4 was being developed. They got rid of the entire cast. Like Steve Downs, like all the voices, Cortana, Master Chief, they redid the lines. They hired other actors, and people that played, I guess, the beta test, they said, yeah, it's fun, but it doesn't, like, I don't recognize Chief, I don't recognize Cortana. And they still had Steve Downs audition. And this isn't me saying what's it called? Just speculation. Like, Steve Downs talks about this. He talked about how he had to re-audition for his role that he played for over 10 years, right? And which I think is I think that's a slap to the face. Like, it would be, I don't know, man. It would be very strange. It would be like coming in to, like, Christian Bale in the Dark Knight trilogy for him to audition for the third movie. It'd be stupid. Like, why? He's already Batman. What the freak? So they did that. Okay, they made the good choice of bringing back Steve Downs. Now, the reason Halo 4, apart from the story being an issue, the reason why I didn't feel like Halo was because, for the simple reason of everything was too freaking shiny. Everything was too bright. It's the color palette. There's nothing ancient, nothing, and I get that the Didact, it was a prison, and Requiem was this huge planet, and it was a giant metal planet. So yeah, there might have been more maintenance, but there was still a crap ton of vegetation that they show engorging all the technology. So I don't really buy that, and it's just too polished. I don't understand the redesign of the Silent Cartographer, the redesign of Forerunner technology. Now, in my thinking, what they're gonna do is they're going to, like, do an anniversary of everything. They're going to remake, and that's important. This isn't a remaster; it's a remake. It's a completely different game. So we're probably going to have dialogue differences. It's not a one-for-one shot. So I think they're going to do a second Halo 2 anniversary remake. That's actually the one time they learn from their mistakes. Regardless of how you felt about the MCC, its first initial launch, which was obviously not good. Terrible, in fact. When you had the new graphics, the new cutscenes for Halo 2, it looked pretty freaking awesome. The only complaint I really had was the change of sounds, like the machine gun turret, the Warthog, and again, same, a little too bright. Like New Mombasa, like, it was bleak because there's debris. Like, it was in most portrayals in movies and games, when there's a massive assault that decimates an entire city practically in a matter of minutes, the sky is pretty freaking dark. Like, it's sunny, but it's red with fire. It's, there's smoke everywhere. So that was that still is an issue. Like, if you keep changing the graphics back and forth, the sky is darker. Now, the reason why it makes more sense for the Halo ring to be dark is because it's not an atmosphere like Earth. It's not a sphere. So the middle is just space. Like, what you're bouncing back off is the other side of the ring. Earth doesn't do that. So you are gonna see more stars. You're gonna see more planets, and this is something that the original creators thought about. Like it's not gonna be the Halo ring isn't supposed to be a place for people to live on. So when you make it bright and beachy and all like all nice looking, it's just it's not supposed to be that nice. It's supposed to be, surprising, but nah, it's not supposed to be the way that they're making it out to be. Now, if they're doing brand new games, I get it. The Halo 2 and 3, they're going to be all different different graphics. They're going to do the new engine 5, and it's not going to be what we once knew. And I think that's like it's obviously a massive mistake. Not just I think it is a massive mistake. So, if you honor the fans that we kept that alive, the one thing they did right was the MCC. Great. They did that. And that's what's kept Halo alive. It isn't Infinite. It's not Halo Guardians. It's not Halo 4. It is the MCC that's kept it alive. Think about it. Every time you look at Halo Infinite, gameplay of multiplayer, at least 40% of it, they're going to a map that was a redesign from Halo 2, Halo 3, sometimes Reach, even Halo CE, even. The issue with that is that it's obvious that they're using some sort of AI and less creativity on all this stuff, on multiplayer maps, on campaign missions, and I understand that it's good to utilize, but the creativity is lost. How is it that Halo 1, 2, and 3 made missions that are still iconic every single game, and we still wanted missions that or maps that were from the previous game. We just wanted more. If Halo 3 had all the maps from all the previous games, nobody be playing Halo 2 and Halo 1 and 2. Maybe Halo 2. But even Reach redid some of the missions from Halo CE. So and they did have Halo Reach has some iconic multiplayer maps. So there was obviously more love and care for Halo, where it had to be pulled from people's imagination. It couldn't have been something where they grabbed a computer, it's AI generated, whatever. It couldn't have been something like that. It had to be from the mind, plain and simple. I know it sounds stupid, but that's how it's supposed to be. And that's how we get something that is iconic. Now, yeah, I do enjoy multiplayer Halo 4. Don't get me wrong. I know that sounds ridiculous to hear, but it's not because of it's because of the gameplay, the mechanics. I think they got as close to still being Halo while advancing, progressing, introducing sprint. I am against sprint in Halo to a point. The Halo 4 had sprint, but it was limited. You couldn't just sprint the whole time. You gas out. Halo 5, you could just sprint the entire time. It's no problem. And Halo Reach had sprint, but it was an armor ability. Now, Halo Reach had sprint, but they had to counter that by making the AIs faster, making the elites move differently. And I think that's also their choice. If you see this Halo campaign Evolved, it's modeled, the elites their movement is modeled after Halo Reach. Okay, I think they should not have put sprint, but they should have made it a skull, and they should have made it a skull that was very hard to find. And then you can turn on sprint. And it would be great for speed runs and things like that. But just like Halo C, it would be certain skulls where you can't you can't progress, like get certain achievements with the sprint skull on. I understand making the map slightly bigger, but they made things too easy, and that's always been a complete complaint in gaming. When you make something too easy, it takes the fun out of it. You're not gonna replay it again. Like something simple, like having that rock in the middle so the warthog can't get through. Like obviously with the physics, it takes some time, but you can get the warthog through. But it shouldn't be easy. It's one of those things that it should be a challenge for the player. Like if anything, they should have added more rocks, but still make it so that what's it called? Still make it so that hold on one second. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to see me unless it's right. Yeah, I'm using lightsabers for lights. Bam. I'm just gonna turn on the light. Dang. I did order a light to see what kind of differences it makes, because that was like the number one thing that was recommended. Damn, I gotta change something. But okay, you got sprint, right? But there's nothing to counterbalance sprint. If you're going to remake the map, I was saying, like, if you're going to implement all the stuff that they want to implement on the map, if you want to add all this stuff so that you can have 4-player co-op, which I think is great. I love playing video games with my friends, and Halo is a big part of that. We had LAN parties all the freaking time growing up. Even like when I was in the Boy Scouts, if there was a rainy day or like an activity that the scout leaders couldn't think of, we all like they would have an activity either at a church or one of the scout leaders' house where everybody bring their Xbox, or they system link it. They'd buy projectors, put stuff in the garage, basement, whatever, and we'd have like massive Halo parties. And it was like a weekend thing too. Like school's out, everybody bring your controllers. We're gonna meet at somebody's house. Usually whoever has the biggest TV, put up Halo 3, and boom, Halo 2, Halo 3, and it was awesome. It's like it's not 343's fault, but it's gaming's fault recently, where with the Xbox One release, and where most games are one player, and most games where you play with another person, they have to have their own system. So like Halo 5 Guardians, like one of the things I always wanted to do was play co-op with a friend of mine, and we did sometimes where like they brought their Xbox, they had to bring their Xbox and their remote and a separate TV so that we could play co-op in the same place. And if you look at some of the past streams, Anderson, he's not used to like playing games in like around friends. Now the tune has changed a bit, but in the beginning he was like, I remember once we were all hanging out, and then everybody wanted to play video games together, so then everybody just went to their separate house and then turned on the game. Which is like, yeah, I get the comfort of your own home, but damn, like LAN parties was everything. You know, you order freaking wings, pizza, get a couple Cokes, Mountain Dews, whatever, and just hang out for like throughout the night. So great, LAN parties are back. There's 4-player co-op. I don't know if 4-player co-op is on the same system, but we do get co-op split screen. That's something. I think if they were to do 4-player co-op on the same system, there could, like, each player would be able to roam freely in different parts of the map, where like if they die, then they show up to, I guess, player one's checkpoint, or but if you like get to a checkpoint, it isn't that everybody teleports there. Everybody's still in their same spot, even at the end of the mission. Even after a cutscene, like that would be tight. That would be actually make gameplay more interesting and more fun. And again, it's great that the maps are bigger. I don't think the corridors, the hallways, things that were difficult before, they should still maintain the same size, same difficulty. But you got to be able to roam around. Like I was playing Spartan Ops actually yesterday, and just to finish all of it in Legendary, I just wanted to complete everything in Legendary, and I forgot that Spartan Ops was the thing. Like there's all these barriers, like height barriers, distant barriers that, like, man, I could just snipe everybody if I was just able to get on like 2 rocks above me. And that makes it like a really crappy gameplay if you can't do that. Like there should be trick jumps, there should be like places where even maybe the developers couldn't think of, and that we were still able to get inside, to get on top, to hide in a specific position, to take the Banshee and drop us off with a sniper in a specific position. So the issues with the campaign evolved in terms of gameplay, they could still fix that, because I believe they just released the Silent Cartographer to get feedback, and they had some people test it out. I'm not sure if they're going to put the rocks back in the same spot. I'm not sure if they're going to listen to even some of the original creators that did speak out. I think like every YouTuber has already read up and pulled up the Twitter and what like one creator said, or the one guy who has left Halo Studios after 18 years, and he was starting to speak about like integrity, like don't sell your soul, don't sell your integrity for like a buck or whatever it was. And what that reminded me of was actually, it gave me like Last Jedi vibes, when Mark Hamill was trying to warn everybody like this is gonna suck, and it's not Star Wars, and this might not be freaking the Halo that we know. But sorry, this thing was starting to fall off. Let me just put that down here. But like there's still, I don't care if it takes another 5-10 years for this game to come out. Like, it needs to come out perfect. I don't understand why they didn't add the multiplayer. It's just campaign involved. So if you're trying to bring in a new audience, because it's coming out on PlayStation 5, why not do the multiplayer? That's going to bring in the audience more than the campaign, because those who are going to be playing Halo is the original fans, and they're going to bring in the story, and then like force other people to play the story. Like most people that I know, like young people, like they just go straight to the game where they could play with a buddy, like straight to the multiplayer. Sometimes they don't even, like when Halo Infinite came out, I had a ton of friends that they didn't even care about the story. They were like, I'll play the story later, like let's keep playing multiplayer, like I want to know all the mechanics, all this stuff. And because multiplayer wasn't all that great, like people, like I still have friends that played multiplayer for hours and never did the campaign. They just told me to let them know on how it went, and it sucked. Like it was a freaking nothing story. And I think they should find a way to bring in multiplayer. It shouldn't be freaking that difficult, man. Like, take the top maps from Halo C and that's it. Let people play. Like, the only way I could think of is they're trying to, it's not even to introduce new players. They're trying to make the old players forget what the original Halo was like, which is impossible. Or at least bring them to the fold for the new graphics, the new way of playing. And then they're going to remake Halo 2 and 3. possibly ODST, possibly Reach, um, and then incorporate the new style. Maybe slightly remake Halo 4 and incorporate a new style where everything's kind of more cohesive through Infinite, and then we get Halo 7. I think if they really wanted to honor the fans, because like I said, it's the original fans that kept it alive. People like me, bought merchandise, have the helmets, people who have made freaking costumes. Dude, people, Halo was so big. Halo 3 specifically. There's videos of people lining up at GameStop with another console, like a PlayStation 3, to trade it in just to get Halo 3. Like, that's how big the game was. People didn't even care about other consoles and other games they could play on those consoles. Like, they're like, F it, we're going to play Halo. So, if they're trying to recreate that, I understand that way of doing everything I just said. I'm not, and again, that's speculation. I have no idea if they're going to do that. I'm all for like something new. Obviously, the first anniversary edition wasn't great. It was just a kind of crappier coat of paint, and different mechanics, and then the weapons didn't all sound all right. And then Halo 2, like I could stomach that one. That one was pretty freaking awesome. Still wanted kind of more the dark, gloomy. I still wanted to feel that, like, it took away the fear. That's still a big thing for me in Halo. Like, I need to feel the fear. I need to feel like I can't play a flood map with the freaking lights off by myself. Like, or like if I know I'm gonna go into something, I know it's gonna be a grind, and I'm gonna get turned around and I'm not gonna be able to freaking find my way. Like, there's Halo 1, 2, and 3 did that. Mainly 1 and 2. If they wanted to really honor the fans, they would have given something exclusive for people who get this game on Xbox. Like, I understand that we're doing like prequel missions, especially with Sergeant Johnson and Master Chief. I honestly don't care how they got to their relationship. Like, we could read that in novels. I like the fact that when you play a game, it's already established, especially on Halo 2, their banter back and forth. Like, you see Sergeant Johnson has more of a respect for Chief in Halo 1, Halo CE, and then Halo 2, there you see kind of like the lighter side of both of them with each other. And I just don't need to see, like, if they're going to be, like, all hot-headed before, and if, like Sergeant Johnson doesn't respect the Spartan program, and, like, Master Chief has to kind of build that relationship with them and all this. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it, and it might be really good. I just don't really care for it. I would say if they're going to do a prequel mission, that would have to help with the stories that they're going to tell later on. Like, hey, you get these 3 extra missions that have never been, like, a story that's never been told before, but it's important for the audience to know so that, like, you can understand a deeper story later on, because it's all going to be one series. So then, like, Halo 2 remake, they're going to have a couple extra missions. Halo 3 remake, they'll have a couple extra missions, and maybe playing different characters. Like Halo C is a very tight-knit story with Master Chief. So I knew that they couldn't put a mission in the middle or the beginning or the end. Like, they can't do that. So they had to make prequel missions. Now, maybe Halo 2, you're able to mess with that a little more. Maybe Halo 3 a bit more. And maybe not. But, yeah, but, like, all their stories are pretty closely knit. Like, yeah, and there are problems. Like, I don't know why the Magnum sounds the way it sounds. It doesn't sound like a freaking Desert Eagle, pretty much. Like that. Like, I like the big, like, it sounded like bulky shots. I don't like the crosshairs as small. I don't know why they had to change all of that. Like, it's so many unnecessary things. And I know people were like people are judging those who complain about the Needler having a what's it called, the ammunition count, and people also were criticizing it. Like, I'm on the side where, like, you have to criticize it. There's already needles, so why the freak do you need another counter to count those? And also, like, you could have spent time not redesigning that, keeping it the freaking same, and then focusing on something else. Like, all these little things that are changes that are annoying, that don't make sense, they are time that's taken away, and they accumulate to a lot of time taken away as something else that they could have done better. Like, that's every criticism is valid, right? Sprint, awesome, we got sprint, but we had to make the map wider, and then that means they had to change the mechanics and how the AIs work. So that's why we're getting more Halo Reach style in Halo CE again, campaign evolve. So that's a problem. Like, the elites are not supposed to act like that. Great, we got the gold elite back instead of the white bluish Halo Reach monstrosity that we got in the anniversary edition. Awesome. Even the place where, like, you're supposed to unlock the door, like, it changed. It looks so weird. The freaking thing that Master Chief presses the button to open it up. It looks so stupid. Like, they redesigned Forerunner technology in this game. It's pretty freaking blatant. So that's what I think is gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna change it back. It makes zero sense to launch it this way. I don't think their intention was to show it, see if people like it, and then change it back to if people don't like it. I think their intention was, we're going to release this early because we plan on releasing in 2026, but we can also postpone it, and people will all, like, ferment in this style. People will start forgiving it more and more and be like, you know what, just release the game. We'll see how it plays, see if we could get the feel of it, and like the original game. And even if it isn't, like, hopefully we still get a good game. So I think that was their intention, is to change how we think of how Halo's supposed to be and look, while still trying to keep it, because it also didn't make sense that they are, like, redoing the voice lines unless they want, like, one word a little more crisp here and there, but they redid all the lines. So, like, it's not about age, but it's about the director. Like, they're gonna make them say things faster, say things slower, quieter, maybe match, like, the weapon. Her dialogue is gonna match more of Cortana, or Cortana's gonna match more of the weapon's dialogue, so that it's more palatable when we transition to Halo 7, Halo 7, when they finally release that game, where we're going to probably fight all the prisoners that Atriox released from the Forerunner prison. I don't like the sound of the Needler. Yeah, the health pack should be a big deal. We should have health packs. It's like, when you play freaking Halo 2, you look inside a Pelican, there's health packs there. You don't need it, but there's health packs, man. Like, it's a part of the game. The Marines need to look like basic armor. Like, we don't, and you could put lore reasons on why the armor looked basic, and maybe didn't have time because of Reach was so unexpected. But like, and if you look back at MCC, they did Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, Reach, ODST, all of it's brighter. If you pop in the game, if you have a 360 still, you pop in the game and then you pop in MCC right next to it, you'll see that there's a difference on all the maps, especially Halo Reach. Halo Reach kind of has like a blur to it on MCC, which freaking sucks. But okay. So now, and then the Warhog. It has a new seat. Great. But why the freak does the Warhog look a little like a Lego built Warhog, where it's closer to the ground, it's wider and fatter, it's like really like shiny. It just doesn't look. There's something off about it. Um, yeah, like I think I did hear that they're gonna keep the physics of Halo CE, and some people that played it said that it's gonna maintain the same, which I think is great. You can still do your trick shots and everything. Throw a grenade under the Warhog and freaking have it spin a million miles away, if they don't put any barriers. Um, yeah, but there's like a lot of things. Like the Halo ring looks smaller. They made it bigger, but it made the ring look tiny. They didn't make a distance to it. Like when you look on the silent cartographer, you look out on the beach, on the water, to the horizon and the ring coming up. Like it's really long, it's really thinned out, it's huge. But this one, it's like a small loop. Yeah, I don't freaking know how it's gonna be, man. Like the campaign evolved. They did too much on places where they didn't need to, and then they did too little on certain details that needed a little bit more love. Like great, we got. Who cares about the damn fishes, man? I don't know why people are talking about like, dude, we're gonna get like sea creatures and more animals. Who gives a damn? So what? Like this isn't. You get to shoot more birds, I guess. Like the freak. Like who cares about those little details? Like if you're going to put little details, at least honor the original stuff first. Honor the stuff that we're actually gonna be doing, the gameplay, and then we can freaking appreciate everything else. But everything is so distracting that we're not going to. It's gonna be like, man, you spent all this time designing, putting the details on these things. It's all gonna take away from the way Master Chief looks, the gameplay. It's all gonna be too distracting because if it's the bulk of the people that are gonna play this are original fans. It's not gonna be. It doesn't matter how much marketing you put into it. It's not going to outweigh, like the new people that are gonna play the game is not gonna outweigh the old fans. It just won't. It can't. It even putting it on PS5 and doing cross-platform, like again, you advertise it's gonna be cross-play. You're gonna do all this, but it's only campaign. Like crossplay, people want in multiplayer, and we're not getting a multiplayer. Like to me, Halo Studios 343 is still lazy. They in freaking MCC, okay, you can't do cross systems campaign, but you can on multiplayer. But you also couldn't do, but Infinite you still can't do co-op. All right, so now we trade all of multiplayer so we're able to do co-op on a campaign. Like these are problems that we should be talking about. Like people, just like Star Wars and other properties, people are giving three Halo Studios way too much leeway, way too much benefit of the doubt after they've already bastardized so freaking much. Like they don't deserve praise right now. They do deserve criticism. They do deserve skepticism. They deserve our honest opinion on all of our concerns, on why these little tiny things are bothering us, because the big things bothered us before. Like Halo 4 is as close to original Halo that we ever got, including Infinite. Like, dude, you took the plasma pistol and nerfed it back to CE, where it doesn't even work on vehicles. What the freak, man? What the hell was that? Like, Halo Infinite introduced all these new weapons and then nerfed practically everything. I played Legendary solo, barely died, and all I needed was the battle rifle. I didn't need any other freaking weapon. Like, for some reason, the rocket launcher, pistol were all inconveniences versus the battle rifle. Like, I didn't like I I didn't have fun with any other weapon other than the battle rifle on Infinite. Like I haven't played Infinite in forever, and maybe it's all been fixed, but it's one of those things that like it's too little too late. Whenever a friend of mine or I call another friend of mine, let's play some Halo, it's never Infinite, man. It's always like Halo 3, Halo 4 even. I don't even play Halo 5 Guardians Warzone, which I love that there was like 24 freaking players, dude. I thought that was awesome. But they didn't do crap with that. Got old real quick. The Halo CE campaign evolved. They also said there might be assassinations, or the rumor is, or speculation is, that there could be assassinations. Cool. Why? It's nice when things are going well that they're adding things to it. But when we don't know, like the best part of assassinations is doing it to a buddy, doing it on a multiplayer setting. It's cool in the beginning to do it to the AIs, but then it's just, yeah, you just sneak up on them. It's not like I remember Reach when we first got assassinations, dude. Like if you were at a LAN party and like somebody screen jacked, dude, you're freaking pissed, especially. And it's even worse if you screen jacked and they still got the assassination on you. You were so freaking pissed. But then you had to give them props because they still got it. You know, it was like a challenging thing. The good thing about Halo CE, the new one campaign. Oh gosh, it's just why. Like at least called it like New Halo or Halo 1 campaign evolved or something like that. But let's just call it like the PS5 Halo. This new PS5 Halo, the armor looks, I would say, almost perfect. Not completely, but almost perfect. Now, the template that they should have used if they're going to update graphics, you can still do Engine 5 and make it have that polished look, but maintaining the rustic of Halo 3. Like Forerunner technology, how it looked on Halo 3. The enemies, like they're taking stuff and adding a bunch of 343 industry ideas into Combat Evolved. Like the boxy looking grunts that are like Halo 4 grunts have no place in Halo. Like remember Halo 4, the redesigning of elites, redesigning their armor. Like I get it, like headcanon, totally different faction, and then later on they changed it. Oh, it's, the Covenant had the better technology, and these are like the more like rogue part of saying Healy elites. These grunts are also different. The jackals are also different. These raptor turkey looking jackals that looked nothing like the original jackals. Like it was all a different faction. Cool. Like it's still stupid. Had no reason to be redesigned. Didn't need, like, they spent all that time redesigning something that was already solid that we didn't need to redesign. The armor, fine. Redesign the armor on the body of an already existing species of alien that's in the games. And sometimes that doesn't work either. Like the brutes, especially the chieftains on Halo Infinite, they just look like giant gorillas with Spartan armor. They don't look like the armors were from the brutes. Like Aatrox a little bit. Aatrox, yeah. But everybody else, like, it's just, it's like they took human technology and made Spartan armors for brutes on Halo Infinite. They look nothing like a brute. It's freaking dumb. Like, it's all this time wasted where we already got something great. We're not telling you to not use any imagination, but it needs to be in line with what already came before. And then that's it. You don't have to overhaul the whole weapon system, all the armor, even the way aliens look, like where their eyes are at, how their mouth moves, where their like new jaw is supposed to be. Like it's all dumb. All that time wasted just for us fans to be like, what the hell is this? Please go back to real Halo. Because Bungie Halo is still real Halo. Like who cares about what 343 has done? MCC is the greatest thing they've done, and it's still utilizing the Bungie era. It's exhausting because I know I'm gonna play the game and I'm gonna have to find a way to play for free because I'm not giving them money. You kidding me? If they could prove through their marketing and in the next, and they don't have to change everything I say, but or anything any fan says or YouTube or whatever, but at least make it so that we feel like this is Halo. Like, why the freak are we going to spend our money on this new game? Like don't. And nobody should believe a YouTuber like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Of course you're gonna buy it. It's content for you. It's work. But like a regular person, like yes, sometimes they'll be influenced by some of the YouTubers. You know, like oh yeah, they're gonna buy, so I gotta play it too. But overall, you're not going to like the regular dude who's he's got bills to pay. He's an original fan. He's probably gonna be hyped up, and then he's like, you know what? Like I can't buy it now. I'll probably buy it later. And I already got MCC. I got Halo. I got my original Xbox. I got the 360. Like there's 3 to 4 systems that they already have, and then 5 including a PC that they could play the original Halo and mods that are probably still much better than whatever they're gonna make. And then when Campaign Evolved comes out, if it sucks, the fans are going to make a mod where they can actually use Engine 5, do everything that they did because out of pure hate, so that they could play actual Halo and how it's supposed to look with Engine 5. I don't doubt there's probably some people already doing that on at least like a map or two or like a cut scene, and they're going to show like, hey, it has to look like this. Like this is perfection. And for some reason, entire billion-trillion-dollar company, Microsoft, can't hire people who love and understand like what Halo is to create an actual Halo game. Like, dude, if you knock it out of the park, man, you revived a part of an industry. Like the Halo fandom hasn't like it's alive. It's just not revived. Like if you get a fraction of the hype for Halo 2 and Halo 3, then you'll make billions of dollars. It's so simple. Stop trying to redo everything when it's already been perfected. Okay? And the thing is, even if it hasn't been perfected, there's things that we don't want changed. Like the stupid rock blocking you from fighting the hunters on Silent Cartographer with the Warhog. Like, if we want to put a vehicle there, we're going to find some way to do it. We're going to throw grenades at the vehicle, make it flip through. We're going to align another Warhog, flip that. We're going to flip the Warhog, flip it over the rocks. We're going to do something where, like, having the Warhog there was a reward. Like, we want to be rewarded for our gameplay. That's why, like, nobody, unless you have money or you're a content creator, you're buying the skins for Halo Infinite. But that's why it's always exciting news when nobody has to, like, use their hard-earned money to buy a new skin, to buy new armor. Because earning is part of Halo. Earning it, being rewarded for how well you play, how long you've been playing, and it's a reflection on the character that you make, that's that makes the game worth it, and it keeps people playing the game. Like, yeah, there's no multiplayer, but also, like, what if, okay, we're gonna get 24 skulls. What if, are we gonna be able to find those skulls first before we can play a lasso run through, or are we going to have those skulls already, and then there's just gonna be achievements on finding the skulls like they did in MCC, which made it like less like, I just got it because of the achievements, but you could already turn on and off the skulls if you wanted to. You could already play a playlist. It was kind of like, the only reason I kept playing is because it's the original Halos. They're still fun games. But the another thing, I didn't really hate the dialogue. I liked the cutscene in the beginning where it shows Master Chief standing up instead of sitting down, and it's like a quick half a second cutscene from the original. That's something that I did think was an improvement. I am unsure of like going around the whole island with the Pelican, or like half the island with the Pelican, however they dropped in, on how well that looks. I didn't analyze it too much, but overall I like that. The entry into the beach, if the crosshairs were that's one thing. Anniversary, the Halo C anniversary, the crosshairs didn't change. When you change graphics, it was the same. The sounds a little bit, especially the assault rifle. Yeah, I don't understand the change for the 32 bullets instead of the 60. That just seems like an unnecessary thing. And you see how much Halo fans love this, like that amount of detail, where it's like, what the freak? 60 versus 32? Who thought this was a good idea? Why? And we have zero explanation for like why this was so critical that needed to be changed. Like, damn. Yeah, gosh, like I have more doubts of this game the more I think about it, the more videos I watch of other YouTubers. It doesn't seem very, it seems like it might be a fun game, but it does not feel like Halo. Like, just looking through it doesn't feel like Halo. It's not a fresh coat of paint. It is a completely new game. Now, I don't think it's a problem introducing to PlayStation 5. I do think it's a problem where they didn't do anything to honor the people who kept it alive. They didn't do anything special for anybody who stayed in Xbox. Like, you get like an extra mission, or multiplayer will only be released in Xbox, or like you'll first get multiplayer on Xbox. But like back in the day, even Halo 4, like if you bought it at GameStop, if you did a pre-order at GameStop versus pre-order at Best Buy, you got exclusive armor you could only get from pre-ordering at that spot. And people made money by like, hey, I pre-ordered here, I will sell you the code to the Best Buy armor helmet or whatever, if you want. So that, because then like nobody had all the armor. It's like these guys pre-order at, like, if you had this armor, you pre-ordered it at GameStop. If you had this armor, you pre-ordered it at Best Buy. Whatever. Like, there's certain things that was just like nice, and some of the people at 343 understood that. And I know I'm hating on 343, but we did get Forward Unto Dawn, and that was pretty awesome. The little mini movie, but also mainly created by fans. Halo Nightfall, I thought, was a great little mini series. Yeah, like, and we did get MCC, so that's something. But overall, they've really screwed up more than they have actually done something for the Halo community, for the fans, for gaming and stuff. Like if you have Halo, you are gaming. You know what I mean? Like, even if you hate Halo for some retarded reason, you still owe a lot of why other video games exist because of Halo. It is the first of many things. Like, Halo revolutionized a lot. And it's all from people that just loved like video games and had a story to tell, and they wanted to, release something that they wanted to play. It wasn't for a cash grab. They released something that they also want to play. I don't know how many people from original Bungie are working on Halo. I know there's this like certain event that's gonna happen that they invited all the original composers and stuff like that. And honestly, I don't really care much about the opinions of creatives and the opinions of like ex employees. Like, they did the whole thing with ICE, and they're like, it makes me sick to my stomach that that the White House used Halo for like ICE campaigns. Like, dude, shut up, man. Like, it's a freaking joke. I don't think anybody is gonna be influenced by Halo to join ICE. If they want to join ICE, it's because they want to join, and that's it. And it was a back and forth between the White House and GameStop. Fun little jokes and memes, and they used the iconic video game that is so amazing that everybody can enjoy. Doesn't matter who you are, what you believe in, what you align yourself with politically, culturally. You could play the game and have enjoyment and connect with people that are different and think differently than you, man. Like, I thought that was freaking dumb. They're just having fun. Like if you're saying something like, "Oh, it makes me sick to my stomach," then you freaking never played online Halo. The things you'll hear from there, dude. It's first of all hilarious. Second of all, in some countries you'll be arrested, like for life. Like, the things that you hear in a Halo chat, even pre-game in the lobby back in the day, where they don't have that anymore. Like, already starting off with every slur you could ever imagine. Like, probably some slurs were invented in the Halo lobby. I am not even kidding. Probably. It was worse than Modern Warfare 2, brother. Like, if you're offended by a joke, which is join ICE, finish the fight, dude, you are in for a treat when this game comes out. If there's ever any voice recording or anybody saying something across to somebody playing on the other side of the world, it is going to be hilarious. And it's not going to be something you like. It's still going to be great. The campaign involved, I was pretty excited for it until the Silent Cartographer mission came out. I have some excitement. I'm never going to play it other than on Xbox. Till this day, I've never tried it on PC. I don't care how much better it works. I do not care. I need the controller in my hands. Dude, I even bought the Duke so I could play Halo C originally, like on the purple Cortana Duke. Yeah, I need to have a controller in my hands, man. I can't do the mouse and keyboard crap. Can't do it. At least for Halo. Like, maybe, who knows, on another game sometime when I have way more time than I have now in my hands. And that's why you get these streams super late at night. But yeah, I'm not gonna freaking do all that bullcrap. And if that game comes out, man, and it ain't freaking perfect, you're gonna hear it. And it ain't gonna be from me, but it's gonna be from everybody, man. Like, and it will draw people to freaking to MCC. It will, because if I have a friend and they've never played on played Halo and then played it on PlayStation, they're like, yeah, I thought it was okay. And I'm gonna be one of those people that's like, okay, no, you gotta play it how it originally came out, dude. Like, this is the game. Let's go play Halo CE, and then go to MCC or even on the original Xbox if you got one. But that's what's gonna happen. And then another dead game, just like freaking Infinite. Infinite's a dead game. I'm pretty sure there's more people playing MCC than there is in Infinite. Um, yeah, like I don't, I don't see any profitability in doing so many changes to Halo C. Like, I saw some of the memes like, oh, play how isn't how the game was always intended to be played for the fourth time. Like, we got Anniversary, we had Halo C originally, and then Anniversary, then we got MCC, and now we have Campaign Evolved. And we're also getting weapons that I guess, I don't know why they would be. I guess they'll be needed because they are adding other flood forms. I, in my opinion, if they're adding other flood forms, which do look good, modeling after Halo 3, that means they've added checkpoints to other maps. They have changed the flow of things in other maps. It's not going to be the way we remembered, so it's going to be another learning curve, which is somewhat okay with me ish, if like they are extending the maps and there's more things to see or more corridors or something like that, so that justifies the weapons. But it has to make sense still, because then it's going to be another complaint like, man, if we just took out these weapons, we could have had a better game like Halo CE. Because if you got the Needler and then you got the needle rifle, like, why change so much on the Needler and then put the needle rifle in? I just don't get that. And then we're getting the battle rifle and I guess the fuel rod cannon. But the fuel rod cannon better look like the original Halo C fuel rod cannon, where it's like, it's just wacky and then all purple and stuff. Like, that would be tight. Like in Halo 2, I don't like the Anniversary fuel rod gun, the little soup curve thing. I like the original Halo 3, Halo 2 fuel rod cannons. Those are bomb. And at this point, I don't even want a Halo 3 Anniversary. I don't want them messing with that stuff, man. Halo 3 is, the more I play, the more it's like, okay, this is perfect. I don't freaking need anything else. I'm going to play this forever, and that's it. And it's still the peak of gaming. We had that GameStop that they refused to take the Halo 3 mural down, and they said, we'll take it down when a better game launches. And guess that should be a motivation for 343, for Halo Industries, to make a better game than Halo 3. Because that's, Halo C is not your challenge. You should respect Halo C, which it doesn't seem like you guys are doing. It's man, like there's a lot more to say to it. I think when I do the gameplay of Silent Cartographer, I don't know when that will be, but when I do that gameplay, like, I'll point some things out of when the Anniversary did do some things that did respect Halo CE, and they did a lot of things that have zero freaking sense. But like, there are some parts of the ruins of the Forerunner technology that, like, oh hey, they didn't freaking overdo this. This is actually clean. Like, they respected on what it was before. And then other parts are like, what the freak? That has nothing to do with how the Forerunner technology looked before. This has nothing to do with the ring is supposed to look. Yeah. But yeah, the cutscenes don't look too bad. I just don't think it's gonna be that good. I think if you have to change so much, you really lost the core essence. Like, of what the game was in the first place. The like a lot of people say like, oh, we don't want just like the same game with a fresh coat of paint. Yeah, we kind of do. If it has new graphics and it flows better, I guess, great. We'll play that forever. Like Halo 2 Anniversary is as close as they got to like people never using the old graphics ever again. It would be only for nostalgia. But I use the old graphics all the time because some things just look way better in the old graphics, which is insane. Like we shouldn't be saying that. Things should never look better in the old graphics. It just shouldn't happen. And it's looking better objectively, not like because like, oh, I'm an old head and this is nostalgia for me and that's why it looks better. No, like it actually looks better, or it's more terrifying, or it has the better feel. Like Halo C Anniversary doesn't have the better feel. It doesn't look as good. Uh, it it doesn't look as good as the old graphics. Some things, yeah, but most overall, no. Um, One good thing was seeing Fohammer. That was cool. Like like we finally saw her face. Yeah. I'm glad that they didn't show us the flood yet. It looks like they also changed the regular flood forms when you look at the behind the scenes, like them like messing with it. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I think they'll release at least 1 or 2 more um gameplay maps, or at least one more cutscene from something that's very different. Maybe even one of the new missions. But if I were them, I'd probably keep the new missions like under wraps until we actually play the game. Um, there's there's really no benefit in playing in any of the systems. So like I don't think this game is going to be an incentive for people to buy a system. Now, one thing that's would be kind of scary is if this game launched with the new PlayStation launch. If they delayed it and then they launched at the same time, then it's officially a PlayStation Halo. Because if this is going to be PlayStation Halo, if they can't respect it and like crack the code, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. And it again, company dead in the water for another freaking time. Uh it's exhausting, man. Because I want to love this game. I will never stop playing Halo, and I'm not a gamer because anybody who knows me, I've said it before, I have a very addictive personality. So I'm gonna like I have played Halo like crazy. It's practically the only game I play. You know, and my kids see me play the like I love this game, and I'm just a fan. I'm not a developer. I don't know how to make I play around with Forge, but I don't know how to make a video game. But I do know when something is off, when something doesn't look right, and when people have a bunch of are talking out of the butt, man, when they're just spewing BS. I don't think having it again, like I said before, having it on PlayStation 5 is not an issue. Having it on the PlayStation is not a problem. They just should have done something for those who buy it for Xbox. For those who like have all the achievements or whatever. Like they should do something for those who play the games on Xbox. Like it would be a nice little like gesture of like, hey, look, this is gonna be a little different, but it's because of you guys, you Xbox players, that is the reason we all have jobs here at Halo Studios. This is the reason why we can do this remake of a game. Like you guys are the reasons, and here is our thank you. I I think I think we need a lot more information than they have given us so we could actually like make specific critiques. Now, this was good that they released the trailer. They released all that gameplay. They allowed people to play it because now we can see if they actually listen to us. Whether they release something 6 months from now, this was their first official thing that they released, so that we can criticize, we can talk about. Um, but nobody is really talking about how, like, there's not conversations being had of like, man, I hope, like, what do you think is gonna come out next? Like an excitement. It's more of nobody's optimistic about this game. Everybody's kind of has their foot, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, as they should. Because in all forms of media, video games, movies, everything, like whether it's some sort of political agenda or just a bastardization of what came before it, like we've all been hurt by something that like we've had for years. And especially Halo. I think it's one of the very few fandoms, at least for sure, the number one video game fandom that has been screwed over a bit. Um, yeah, probably been screwed over the most. I don't. Again, I don't know much about all video games, but I do know Halo, and I know I've been getting freaking shafted with freaking, like, dude, I played Halo, all the Halos when it first came out. Pre-ordered all of them. Like, finished all the games on Legendary when they first came out. This is the first game where like I don't, not that I don't care. It's not that I have apathy, but it's just the one game I'm like, I am not even putting that on my calendar as a priority of when it comes out. Like I'm not excited yet to be like, all right, I'm definitely gonna play this game. I look at it, I'm like, I hope they change enough where I want to play this game, because I don't want to play it right now. Like, I look at it, I'm like, ugh. There's just too much stuff that doesn't feel like Halo to me. It doesn't feel like Halo at all. Not just to me, it just doesn't feel like Halo. And I'm not alone in this. And I think almost everybody feels the same way. Where, nah, it still looks like Halo, but they're like, in the back of their head, they're like, no. Like some people are probably saying that, like, oh no, it definitely feels like Halo. I got to play it or whatever, and then you're like, oh yeah, really? Feels like Halo CE, but you're not getting reward for anything, and everything's completely different and shiny, and like not even the feel of environment feels like how do you release a trailer and it feels nothing like what came before? Not even the anniversary edition, which great they didn't make something like that, but this is a game that's 25 years old, and you still can't crack the damn code that came before. You still can't crack that game. Like do you even use an AI? How about you get your hands dirty and like dive in? Like, one thing I've never understood about companies is like, how did they never consult fans right from the beginning, before they even open up their computer? Like, talk to a fan who has no skin in the game other than they want a good game, then they love Halo, where they're not getting a paycheck for developing this game. They're like, I guarantee you most Halo fans will like take time off work to spend a week or two at Halo Studios and pointing out everything that should or shouldn't be in the game, whether they're right or wrong. But that's going to come from a massive heartfelt place of just passion and love for the game. And like, no amount of explanation can tell me why everything is shiny. Like, I think people talk about like there's no Sentinels power washing the the surface of Halo, as there shouldn't be. Um, but yeah, I could go on and on. I just want to give like basic thoughts of this new game. Um, there's gonna be more to say. There, even people who actually were developers of this game are talking crap on it, and I don't want to make it super negative. I do think they genuinely think they're doing the right thing, of making all these changes, and I do think there might be some people who will actually listen. Like, it's they have to do the Sonic thing, where when we saw Sonic's eyes for the first time, it got so much backlash that after a year, it they backtracked it for a year, and then we got that Sonic movie, and people supported it. Doesn't not even because of the trailer, just because the director listened to people, to the fans, and they somewhat did that with Halo Infinite when they first released the trailer. Like, man, this looks whack. Like, what the freak is up with the dude, bro, brute? And then they released the game later, and unfortunately, still not complete. They should have waited even longer, but they didn't. And we got the Halo Infinite. But a lot of people got that game because 343 did that, and we were like, oh shoot, they're actually listening to us. They're like, oh yeah, like we gotta make sure this game is perfect. And maybe it was because of the whole Cyberpunk fiasco where like everybody like crapped on that game, like, and then it was dead in the water when it launched. So yeah, like they didn't want that to happen. But yeah, this new era in gaming should be met with massive skepticism, and like our like we need to understand that this isn't the first time, and possibly not the last. And I really believe that if they don't change the way the Forerunner technology looks in the game for its release, they are going to remake Halo 2, Halo 3, possibly Halo 4 and 5. So they all match a certain art style, and it's now like those are those Halo games, and they want to remove themselves from Bungie completely, from the original Bungie games. And then if that works out, then they'll remake Reach and ODST. I would say at least ODST does not need an anniversary edition. Like Halo 3, for some reason it's just still perfect. Now, like, maybe do the cutscenes, but gameplay don't really need to touch it. Do the Halo 2 anniversary engine for anniversary cutscenes for Halo 3, but at this point I think Halo 3 is great where it is. Because they still tend to screw up. Like, as great as the Halo 2 anniversary is, look at the freaking Halo 2 multiplayer. Like, I sometimes I think it's really cool. Like, the sniper sounds like a freaking animal in Halo 2 anniversary, but the freaking armor looks so stupid. It looks dorky, dude. Like, why mess with it? Go back to Halo 3 and then they should have updated it. Like, great, new graphics, all that stuff for Halo 2 multiplayer. But you didn't have to make the Spartans look exactly like Halo 4. And again, on multiplayer, they got to take off that bullcrap vision impaired stuff for the Halo Infinite. I hate that. Like the freaking red bubbles and blue bubbles on multiplayer. It's so stupid. If you can't see Halo, like, F you, man. That's your problem. Go buy some glasses or something. I don't give a damn. Like, make it Halo. Like, all this stuff. And, like, the stupid crosshairs when you kill somebody. It's so dumb. Gosh, I have such a problem with Halo Infinite. And make it so that you can play multiplayer like elites on multiplayer again. Like I'd still prefer, instead of like colored teams like red versus blue, if they were, if any game was able to do, oh, when you go in, you're either elite or Spartans, and that's your team of Spartans and team of elites, and that's what you're fighting, and it could be an option, and then you could do red versus blue, another option, like multiple different slayers of how it's supposed to work. Awesome. Like, oh gosh, it's just, there's so many things that the fans, the community has already thought of, has already recommended, made mods of, that are so much better than any ideas that has come after the Bungie era. All of them. Like I would still love a Halo game where it brought in every weapon of every era. Like one thing Halo 4 I'll praise for, I love the saw gun. It's one of my favorite weapons. It is awesome. And I did like there's things that Halo 4 did right. Introducing the railgun, the saw, I thought those were amazing additions. Like if we had that on Halo 3, awesome, man. Sticky detonator, like I do prefer it over that grenade launcher from Reach, but like there's more playability with the grenade launcher, so I prefer that. Like at least it takes more skill. The 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 weapons of the Prometheans are pretty tight. You know, like they have that overpowered binary rifle, but it's as soon as you zoom in, you can see it. So like they were able to make it so that like not nerf, but that the gameplay was fair. Like the weapons were fair, they were balanced. In a way, they really effed up on the fuel rod. And then Halo Infinite did come out with the Sphincter Spiker Brute Spike thing. I don't know, but then they made that stupid Brute pistol and that the now like the I can't tell. I don't know what it is. It's not a sniper. It's that dumb thing that does stop vehicles that they nerfed the plasma pistol for. Yeah. And I think the only good addition they did on Halo Infinite was that spike gun, the brute spike, because it felt very much like that's what a brute weapon would be. It wouldn't be much of lasers. It would just be like anything that brute has of lasers is I would imagine usually came from the Covenant. You know, like the plasma pistol or the plasma rifle, plasma gun, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much my 2 cents on the new campaign Evolved. I can't say right now that I'm excited. Like I truly am like looking forward to anything that they're coming out with. I'm looking forward to the news, like to what they have to say from the fans' backlash, from what they have to say to the fans' praise, from what they have to say what's coming next, to like I'm excited for the next piece of news. I'm not excited for the game. I'm not excited for the new missions. I just want to know what's going on, what they plan to do. That's really what I'm excited for. Like, what are you planning to do? But who knows? But yeah, other than that, like, was there anything on here? Let me look at my notes here. I think I hit. There's some points that I didn't hit, but I think I hit every note I wanted to talk about. You know, like I guess I'll say something like I didn't get to see anybody dressed up in anything Halo related during Halloween, and I went to this neighborhood, man, that was freaking filled. Like it was better than the movies. Like those movies where like the whole neighborhood is like decked out to the max of Halloween decoration. There's like a million kids and teenagers and all that stuff, all dressed up on the street. We went to this neighborhood. all of them. Like just the like you couldn't drive on the street because there's so many cars parked. People came from everywhere, and there was just awesome costume after costume, but no, not one Master Chief, man. Not one Sergeant Johnson. Not one Elite. Nothing. And there was like cosplayer level costumes on Halloween, man. There was some really cool stuff. But no, I didn't. Nothing freaking. Nothing freaking great. As of Halo, I mean, like, man, I remember growing up. It was like that, dude. Halo was so big. I was never like I went paintballing for the first time, and there were dudes there with guns modeled after the like they did like this is before I knew what 3D printing. I don't even know if they used the 3D printer, but they made it their paintball guns into Halo weapons. And they showed me clips of like they went out to the woods with like 30 of their buddies, and everybody is in like Spartan armor for the paintball and everything, and they use specific paintball bullets to for the paint to look a certain way, and the grenades they use. It was so freaking awesome that people went the extra mile to emulate anything Halo. Like before you could buy helmets, they like people were already making them. People already made Spartan outfits. Yeah, man, like people were freaking into it. Like every Comic Con had some Master Chief. Like, dude, Vegas where like people dress up as random stuff. Like every year had Halo people dressed up as Red versus Blue or some sort of Spartan armor. It was awesome. And now no more. You don't see it anymore. And it's freaking sad. It freaking sucks. And we could get all that back again if they make good Halo games. If they care about the fans. Yeah. Yeah. Man, growing up with Halo, it was awesome, man. Like I give my Halo 3 experience. My mom, she bought Halo 3 before she bought the 360. She bought it on opening day while we were at school. We came home and she showed it to us. And we were flipping out, me and my brother. We were freaking out, man. And she's like, "All right, I bought the game," and she put it on like a freaking mantle or whatever, in the kitchen or in the dining room, and we couldn't really touch it. Like she'd like pull it out, like here you could like read it. Dude, we read the back of that thing like a million times, but we couldn't play it because we only had an Xbox. We didn't have a 360, and she's like, "All right, if you guys are good, you'll get a 360 for Christmas." But my mom, she doesn't play. Like, we knew if we weren't good, we're not going to get it for Christmas. Dude, when we got the 360 for Christmas, bro, and I think Halo 3 released on Halloween, right? Or November 1st or something. Beginning of November, end of October. I know that. I didn't sleep for 2 days. We played straight. Like, we go eat, I'd play, eat, and play to the point where I was so exhausted. And I was young. I was a kid. I was in junior high. And I think I was in 7th grade, maybe. And I remember getting on Cortana, the Cortana mission where you in the grave mine, or is it the grave mine mission? Whatever. Where you're in the grave mine and you're like gonna go rescue Cortana before the second to last mission. Before Sergeant Johnson dies. It feels like Sergeant Johnson's mission is a completely separate mission from the end, but it's the same mission. And I was on there for like 4 hours because I got to that corridor where you're supposed to like climb up, kind of like in a spiral. And all the flood just kept coming, and I just kept killing him, and I'm just lost. I'm like, where the freak do I go? And I didn't know how to get up. And my brother just looked at me like I was the biggest idiot. He's like, I'm not freaking telling you how to do nothing. And unfortunately, my mom forgot to buy a second controller, so we couldn't play co-op. Um, but yeah, and like as a kid, I always thought like, well, why doesn't Xbox just release an Xbox that comes with two controllers? That makes way more sense. At least in my mind, right? Because we grew up like we had to play games where both of us could play. Like that could be multiple players. It couldn't just be like I think the first game we ever got was actually in 2007 as well. Was Assassin's Creed that was a one-player game. And I think we got it for free. Like someone bought it for us. But usually every game we had, um, other than if somebody got it for us or we got it as a gift, it always had to be two players. But yeah, like I played the crap. Like I slept for a full 24 hours where a day goes by. And got back on Halo 3. Like it's all we played for the whole Christmas break. Halo 3, man. Like we go outside, shovel the driveway, snowed a ton, and then we call our friends during summer break or winter break, and they were also playing Halo. And at the time, like we couldn't afford Xbox Live, and we just go and uh, go to their house and then have LAN parties all the time, or they would come to ours. And usually my friend's house because they had the bigger TVs or a giant projector that was like awesome, so cool. But yeah, like that was my Halo 3 experience. And like we were in social media. There wasn't really social media at the time, so we didn't feel like we missed out. We went to school and people talk about how they played it and it's awesome, but nobody really gave spoilers. It wasn't we didn't feel left out even though we played a month later. Like we talked about it. We were like always wanted to play. But it was weird. As soon as we got our hands on it, it was just awesome. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good note and on a positive note. I really and here's the thing, I do want Campaign Evolved to succeed. I don't want it to fail. It'd be stupid. I'm a Halo fan. I want a good Halo game. I want uh, a good remaster. Not a remake, a remaster. And it like if they could prove that they truly care, because I don't think this trailer proved anything about how much they care. Their little round table talk. If they could do that, then I am all for this freaking game. And all power to them. I really hope they get their head on straight and man, and do whatever it takes to make a perfect Halo game. And maybe after this game they make Halo 7 and it's a freaking masterpiece. But I do know there's going to be a lot less people playing whatever Halo game after this one isn't, uh, like a home run, man. And even if the next game is a home run, it's still not going to bring people if this one doesn't succeed. But yeah, Halo Infinite was the last like good grace because it was supposed to be a new game, and they went back to the armor and they're trying a new engine and whatnot, and we gave them all the praise, and we were, dude, I teared up on that Halo Infinite trailer. I remember, man, I was like, oh my gosh, Halo is back. Then we got the game and it was freaking garbage. And yeah, I just truly want Halo back. I've been waiting for Halo to come back ever since Reach. And I'd still say like I enjoyed Halo 4. I think Halo 4 is better than Infinite. I truly do. Truly believe it does. It is better. Yeah. I need to get to sleep. It's 1 a.m. Yeah. Hopefully he's